The next person is always on our mind. He's running unopposed. David Sponaugle is our tax assessor. Would you like to say a word or two and tell us how you're going to reduce our taxes?
Well, I didn't know how. I didn't know. He said he was going down the list, and I thought, well, the assessor will probably end up at the bottom of that list because I figured that's where I am on most people's lists are at the bottom. But I do appreciate the opportunity to be this evening and the delicious meal. I am very fortunate to be running unopposed, and but I still would appreciate your vote. As I was telling Mr. Hannon, we were discussing, I was like, well, you know, what does the assessor say when you're running? It's kind of a hard position to really campaign for, because more than 99% of the job is regulated by state code and by legislative regulations. Not that I certainly always agree with those regulations, but that's just the way it is. So, but I think one of the important things is to be fair and to treat the people the way that I would want to be treated if I was on the other side of that counter. I have to mention Mr. Foster. I don't have to tell him to call me if he has any questions, because he does. He'll run me down wherever I am, and that's good. I don't have a problem with that. But we have discussed, and it has been mentioned this evening, about the Marcellus wells. That seems to be the main thing that deals directly with my office. One of the main things is with the farmers. But I got the impression from the beginning that the state tax department, which in a way is really an overseer of my office, my boss, so to speak, but I got the impression that they were the ones that were kind of pushing this, that to reclassify these properties. And I think sometimes maybe individuals' perceptions of the assessors as were against farming or against the farmer, and I think that is incorrect, because I think most of the assessors do understand that farming is important, but it's just sometimes regulations and things that we might not actually agree with. But we had one meeting with the tax department and with the industry and with the assessors, and I told them that I certainly, as already has been mentioned, how would you tell the property owner, because a well is being drilled on his property, that you're going to move that acreage, reclassify that acreage, and then put it in a different tax class, which is class 3, which is a higher rate, when a lot of times the landowner does not own any mineral rights. So, but the last indication, as I told Mr. Foster the other day when he called, the last indication that I got, that like Mr. Harris said, that the state tax department did appear to be backing off from that, and did not appear that they were going to. Who knows how that will change? But I certainly don't agree with that those places should be reclassified. And the other thing is, as I mentioned at the meeting, I don't know that the tax department agreed with, but it was the truth that we're required to appraise property at 60% of market value. Well, that well site at that moment, has it increased in value, that 4 or 5 acres, because there's a well on it? Well, market value is what property is worth in the open market, a willing buyer or a willing seller. Well, is anybody really going to give more for that acreage at the moment that well is being drilled on there? I don't have any documentation yet to back that up, and I doubt there'll be any sales that will come through for just that, but it doesn't make sense for it to be. So hopefully the tax department will let that one go, but I have no intentions of doing that as of right now. They they have not given any direct order to do that, so hopefully that will be on. But I would appreciate your vote, and as always, if you ever have any questions, I have a good working relationship with all of the county officials in the courthouse, and will continue to. And I think that is important for us to be able to work. We certainly don't always agree. I